Can I have another, please?
A third glass of sherry. I think you've had enough.
Miss Robinson, you need to put your coat on before you go outside.
Mrs. Miller, I think it's time you were going to bed now. If you stay up to the end of the programme, you'll be too tired in the morning for your doctor's appointment.
Oh, right.
You can only have 5 today because you've got a bad chest. Stuart, I don't think you should go out this morning. The ground's so slippery and you might have a fall. But everybody's having the flu jab. You don't want to be ill, do you?
I'm not bothered with the shave this morning.
I'll do it for you. I don't want you looking scruffy. We don't want people thinking you're being neglected.
No, I don't want one this morning.
Yes, I think you ought to have one.
You really should stop gambling. You don't have the money.
What did you think of those situations? Did you think staff were being helpful? Too helpful? A bit pushy? Taking over and not enabling their residents to do things for themselves? You probably didn't think that they could be breaking the law. In this training session, we will look at how the Mental Capacity Act brings about a significant change to the way that we provide care. The Mental Capacity Act makes it clear you can't make other people's decisions for them unless the proper process has been followed. It is not an option to work in line with this legislation. It is your job and your duty. But don't worry, in this training session we'll show you how. It does take some getting used to, but it is not hard to follow the principles we will outline here. This training session will explain the 5 principles from the Mental Capacity Act, show you examples of people putting it into practice, teach you how to use these principles in your work, and show you how to make a capacity assessment. So, what do we mean by mental capacity? In general terms, mental capacity is the ability to make decisions and take actions. In a legal context, it refers to a person's ability to do something, including making a decision, which may have legal consequences for the person lacking capacity or for other people. The Mental Capacity Act affects all of us who work in care in England and Wales. It provides a legal framework for acting and making decisions on behalf of individuals who lack the mental capacity to do these acts or make these decisions for themselves. The Act is supported by a code of practice, which gives guidance and tells you how to put the Act into practice and how it will operate on a day-to-day basis. It'll help everyone who needs to make decisions for people who lack capacity. Everyone working with or caring for adults who lack capacity, whether they are dealing with everyday matters or life-changing events, has a legal duty to give regard to the guidance of the Code of Practice. Principles are set out in the Act, and the Code of Practice tells you how those principles are implemented. It is there to protect both residents and staff working with them. Residents are protected because the law makes clear that they have a right to make their own decisions. They are also protected because if a capacity test shows they lack capacity to make their own decisions, there is a framework to follow for decisions to be made in their best interests. For staff, the law also provides protection against prosecution when decisions are made for others, as long as the Mental Capacity Act Code of Practice has been followed. Mental capacity is the ability to make decisions and take actions. The Mental Capacity Act and its Code of Practice give protection to both staff and residents.